haven't even put my light on, bro. No.
Okay, well, you know what? Preparation. Let everyone see.
Well, firstly, you said 2:30, and it's 2:29, and secondly, can we not just chat briefly before the show, before going live?
Mate, I'm on a regimented schedule.
That's just such a lie.
It's not.
It is. You said you went and got an ice bath and a sauna.
Yeah, contrast therapy, mate.
You can't wake up early in the morning and do that?
No, I woke up early and went to the gym.
Yeah. I was at the gym just before.
You don't do cold plunge, immediately after lifting weights, because that just defeats the whole purpose of lifting weights.
What, does it get rid of the pump?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, so you got to let it simmer for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if it's okay with you, I did a 12 p.m. session, contrast therapy, 20 minutes sauna, 3.5 minutes ice cold plunge, and 35 minute sauna, then 4-minute cold plunge. Like, is that all right?
Fuck. That's just, that's a bit extreme, not gonna lie.
Yeah, this is your 30s, bro.
Yeah. Good things come from saunas, though. I've heard.
You go from good things do come from saunas. That you go from, it's quite interesting in your 20s. Like, I mean, in my 20s, it was all about the sesh, staying up late, going out, no sleeping, getting home at sunrise, after sunrise, and then all of a sudden it becomes about I love my sleep. I'm passionate about my sleep. Got to, tracking my sleep with the Ring and the wellness, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, right. But I still think you're partial to a sesh here and there.
Haven't had a sesh since November.
Where? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Went to
Where
a
was
doof.
that? Where?
Wild Horses.
I'm not aware. Not my scene.
Not mine either.
No, are you there?
Yeah. I'm not really a drinker. I love wine. I really enjoy wine.
That just is not surprising in the slightest. At all.
Love getting wine drunk.
Like a nice glass of red with a steak. I like real Americano.
Yeah.
That's your scene, I feel.
Yeah. I'm more of a Mount Erica hotel, get the chicken schnitzel. I mean, my only criticism of the Mount Erica hotel, best pub in Melbourne that I've been to, hands down. Yeah. But they don't do chicken parmas.
I don't order chicken parmas, so I wouldn't know.
You what?
I don't order chicken parmas. I'm a steak guy at a pub. Almost exclusively. Yeah.
I mean, look, the schnitty's great. Love the schnitty, love the chips. Get the aioli, the mayonnaise, the aioli. It's great. But I mean, I've grown up in Mill Park, and you go to the pub and you get a parma. That's just the way it goes. Yeah,
right. Fair. No, that's fair. I can't empathize with your pain that you go through every time you attend and frequent the Mount Erica. But yeah, that's fair.
Look, man, I just want to I can sense your energy. I know you're a bit frustrated and you're a bit upset that we missed the show last week, and you did make effort. And I just want to acknowledge that I'm the reason why we didn't do the show last week. And, you did put the effort in, and I'm sorry. I just, I made other priorities, and I just want to let you know that I'm here today with full attention.
Great. I mean, I wasn't, that's past my mind. I move on. I'm a next day sort of operator, just put yesterday as yesterday and put tomorrow as tomorrow and live in the present. That's how I operate. So I really haven't thought about it, but I appreciate you acknowledging that and taking accountability. That does mean a lot to me. So thank you.
Mate, accountability abroad, mate. That's what it's all about.
That's a fantastic trait and quality to have. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
There you go. Now you're smiling, mate. It was written on your face. You were just frustrated,
No, mate. Trust me. I don't hold grudges, famously. So
I don't know about that.
So, mate, it's okay. I understand you're a busy man. You're a busy man with priorities and with people to see and things to do. So that's, mate, I totally understand. Totally on board. What I was actually most upset about missing the show last week. The main thing I was upset about and I'm assuming we still can talk about it, although it might be a week behind. Is we went to the footy 2 weeks ago together.
Have we not done a show since?
No, because I was 2 games ago.
True. Yeah. That was great. It was great.
That was a good experience, man. Yeah.
You were there the first time I left a Carlton game early.
I was. It was me and my brother, and you were there with your sister and your housemate.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I would take a fantastic seats, by the way. I thought you absolutely smashed it out of the park.
I did.
With what you offered.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Did I offer much? Like, what did I really? I mean,
level 2 on the wing, beautiful.
Oh yeah. Well, look, they were gifted tickets, which was lovely. You know, it's interesting you say that because last week I went with Pommy, and I was miserable. But the week with you, like, I was, enjoying myself.
Yeah, well, clear reason for that.
I think it's also the function. I think Carlton functions just like sap me a little bit. Not my people.
Yeah, especially in the situation that we're currently in as a club right now. I don't blame you.
Yeah. No, but it was good. We got to go to the footy together. I've just realised I'm becoming like a little bit of a Carlton tour guide at the moment. So we took you, Pommy last week. I've got Paul, another Pommy coming this week for his first Carlton game ever. So yeah, really trying to go through a different avenue to enjoy footy games, seeing as my sister and my brother like have given up on coming to the footy with me. So
yeah, well, maybe there's a common denominator there. What I will say is that I was very grateful to have experienced arguably the moment of the season with you, and that was that like, talk about putting a smile on your face. Like, I think I would have definitely said to you, there's no way he's kicking this, and if he does, it's the best moment of all time. And where we were sitting, you just saw the initial rise, and then it just kept going and going, and it just did not stop. Unbelievable.
So Steph was filming it all, and I said to her, I don't know if you heard me say it, but I'm like, you're going to be deleting this as soon as he kicks it. How wrong I was. But yeah, look, a bit's happened. We've played the best 2 teams in the comp. We've then beat the Demons, seen the kids, and now we're 5 days later playing against the Hawks. It's Jacob Wiedering's 200th. Sam Docherty is retiring. Like, it's all happening very quickly. Like, life comes at you pretty quick, right?
Very quick. I mean, we'll briefly, before we move on to our game properly within the show and how it runs, but we saw on the weekend the performances of the kids and how the drastic difference from the week before. I think Matt Carroll was a big one, and I would be remiss not to mention my brother. I think mentioned to you on or spoke outwardly on 2 Thursdays ago that he thought Matt Carroll was going to be a very good player despite his slightly below par performance against Brisbane, and he was looked at with dismay from yourself and I'll throw Ave under the bus as well. And then a week later, he made sure to remind me that he believes he's correct in his opinion that Matt Carroll will become a very good player. And I think on Saturday night, he proved that he does have the potential.
When I see, this is my new change of tune as a Carlton supporter, I need to see it unequivocally before I believe it.
I'm assuming Saturday was that, surely.
No.
Wow, interesting.
Usually it would be one performance. Yep, going to be a star. Not anymore. It can't be that way anymore. It's got to be a body of work. So the one that I will go for is Cowan, because now we're seeing a body of work. Ashton looked good. Loved what I saw from him. Can they back it up 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row? Show a body of work. I was mindful of Ashton playing well. Had a good game, rising star. And on the show with Pommy on Monday, I'm like, you just know it. They're going to wheel out Kuda. And then true to form, the photo with Kuda. Just, why can't we just let these people be themselves? Why?
Wasn't that an old photo?
Yeah, it was an old photo.
Yeah, thought so.
But doesn't it speak to the mentality? Any chance we get to bring the past back, we,
Well. Yeah, sorry, Karen.
I was gonna say I love Cuda, but it's just like let Ashton be Ashton.
I think it's the biggest burden you can put on a playing group is to compare them to the past.
Yep.
I think he's arguably the single most damaging thing you can do to a playing group. Listen to Jack Raybould speak about the pressure that they had before they went on their run, about how they were constantly compared, and the drought was constantly brought up, and it weighed on the players heavily because every time there's a reunion, every time there's a celebration, everyone looks at the past and like, oh, like in our case, it's look at Kuda, Sticks, Diesel, Bradley, Kerner, like whatever, right? And then they look at the current playing group and they're like, well, hurry up then, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't need that. They don't need that all that like they face enough pressure as it is, as individuals, as a team in their collective unit right now. They don't need the external pressure and the burden of the past to weigh on them. So I do agree in some regard with what you just said.
That's something I reckon I'll take away from. We'll call it rebuild number 2. And I think also for me personally, just getting older. Like I'm 34. I'm older than everyone on the list now. So that idolization of these, like these are literally like there's nothing impressive about them. Mostly, most of them are just normal, kids with great athletic attributes that don't really have skin in the game of the real world. Like they do amazing things for the footy club and they represent the club, and I love them for that. But Doc's different. Doc has really lived and breathed the difficulties of life, and like that's a true inspiration. And there are a couple that are like that, but I think for the most part, we're talking about privileged athletes. And I never really saw him like that. Whereas now it's like, hang on, no, you've got to, like, there's more to life than just what you do on the football field if you want to impress me. So I think that's where I've changed a bit.
Interesting. It's an interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah. Like there's no fanboying.
No, I think you are allowed to get caught up in it all, though. I think that is something you're allowed to do, and that there's no shame in that.
There's no. So don't get me wrong. If I see Cripps or Charlie or any of these guys, like of course, like there's that. I don't know you as a human being, but I have love for you. I mean, we've covered every single one of their games, in their careers. So like, of course there is that connection. And to be honest, without them, I don't have this job to do. So like, there's a bit of love and gratitude there, but I think it's just more that idolization. Oh, he's going to be a star. He's going to be a superstar, like that. I think that's got to go a little bit from this Carlton culture, I
think it hasn't helped that we haven't been successful. I do agree with the sentiment to a certain extent. However, I would say when you see Ashton Moyer kick 4 goals on the G and play a big role in winning a game for us at such a young age after having a relatively tough season, like personally for me, looking at that performance, it's like, I find it hard. Maybe it's an age thing, but I find it hard not to immerse myself in that and think, God, imagine if he can kick on from here for another 200 games. And Matt Carroll the same, I think, especially considering the 2 moments that he had in the previous week to rebound and arguably not even make a mistake. I can't even remember a single mistake he made on Saturday night. I think maybe it's just 2 different ways of looking at it, but I like to immerse myself in it, especially in this stage of the season where it's like, there's nothing to lose. Just go along with the ride the emotions.
There's space for it all within reason.
I totally agree.
There's space for it all, but when Ashton does it for us in a final one day, helps us there, or when Matt Carroll, I just think I'd love to see a balanced team more than a team that relies on 5 or 6 individuals.
Yeah.
And I think Ashton and Matt Carroll can be part of that equation, and Cowan and these guys. Do you think we've gotten ourselves into a bit of strife, and it's the double-edged sword? Like you prop up these 6 players, $1 million contracts at the expense of the others, and then when it doesn't work out and they're not playing at their best, you just have to suffer it. Like, is it like, what's your take on it? Would you prefer to have 6 absolute bona fide all Australian level players, or more of a spread?
I guess from a list perspective, it really depends. And I think you kind of have to look at history. I mean, Collingwood probably did it the opposite way without really having bona fide elite level footballers. Like they have a fantastic squad. Like when they won it in 2023, I'm looking up more specifically. It was more of a well balanced team. And then you look at Brisbane last year, especially forward of centre, there was just stars littered everywhere. Cameron, Ashcroft, Neil, Dunkley, McCluggage, all these guys. Danaher, like superstars. So I think you can win it with both, but I think it all comes down to system and getting the best out of them, because I'm of the belief that a system gets you so far and then your stars win you games. So
Fair.
when the system breaks down, like the high play players are paid that much because they have the ability to do things that not many other players in the competition do. So their strengths are like their strengths are used when the game is tight to win you games, if that makes sense. Because that's what, like, if I can articulate that.
I get it. Oh no, I've found the later we get into footy seasons, I mean the cream rises to the top, of course. But how often do you see like key forwards in particular, like truly dominate finals after finals after finals? It doesn't happen as much as what it used to. It's more the mids that can kick goals that tend to take the spotlight.
Yeah. I guess all you got to look at is kind of the recent Norm Smith medalists. If you're talking about big game players from 17 or for the last from 17 onwards, it was Dusty and then Shuey in 18, and then 21 Petrarca, and then 22 Smith. So I mean, probably, and then Ashcroft last year, Hill being the exception in 2023. It's those players that can get you 25 and 3 goals, or like a stat line along those lines that probably has the most impact on a big game.
Yeah. Well, guess what?
Should we actually crack into the show?
Mate, the Baggers are playing on Thursday night against the Hawks.
Before that, can we go through our tipping?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's go through that. So for the last 2 rounds, so in round 18, what did you tip? How much?
Stand by.
I had a poor round in round 18. I tipped 4 correctly.
Okay, let's go through your tips before we go through mine, because I'm still looking for mine.
Okay, so round 18, I had tipped 4. Poor. Got Thursday and then all of Sunday.
Ooh, gross.
And then round 19, in a very shocking turn of events, it was actually Collingwood that let me down. And I only got 8 out of 9. But if they had found an extra point, I would have got the clean sweep again. So
interesting. Did you tip Carlton over Melbourne?
Yes.
I didn't. I tipped the D's.
Wow.
And I'll tell you something else. The Lions game the week before is the first time all season I've tipped against Carlton.
Interesting. Okay.
So I did 4 in round 18 and 6 in round 19.
What does that put you total?
102.
108 for me.
It's all over.
You still got time.
It's a wrap. No. It's a wrap. It's an absolute wrap. I will also say this, no excuse, but the app on my phone, something happened. I don't know, like as in it wouldn't enter my tips. So I ended up not having tips entered for a little period of time there, and just, Yeah,
sounds like excuses, not going to lie.
I don't want it to sound like, it might sound like excuses, and there's no excuses, but I am going to lose this year. I just know it.
Still a long way to go.
Yeah.
Carlton can still mathematically make finals, so still a long way to go.
Yeah, no, I don't think we can.
Yeah, I think we still can.
No, I think because...
Actually, we're 5 games out and the Suns are a game clear. A game in hand. Yeah, we can't.
Yeah.
Yep.
So ESPN Footy Tips user, unfortunately, is winning, which just ruins everything.
Great.
Followed by PJRM, who's come out of nowhere. Followed by Mars Pies 84, which would be a disaster. Like an absolute disaster, yeah. Followed by the mighty Turnips, methodical flamethrower. Like, I mean, Liv just holding it down. Liv Morrow in 8th spot. But honestly, these are all brand new names. Like, we don't even have Pasticio's in there. Teresa's making a late charge. John Holden's actually also making a late charge. He's tipped 9 and 7 the last few weeks. But yep.
Love that.
Yeah. The Morrow family, all of them are in the top 33. Bella, Rocco, Teresa, and Liv.
That's huge.
That's a massive update. Now, Carlton Hawthorn Thursday night. So this show will be premiered on Wednesday night. We're filming it Tuesday afternoon. We have announcements to make. Sam Docherty, by the time everyone's watching this, they will know that Sam Docherty is retiring. This will be his last game.
Yes.
They're going to lift for him.
They have to.
They will. They just will. It's weird. It's actually genius by the club. I'm glad that they didn't wait until the Essendon game, because that would have been an easy decision to make there. Maybe get a win, but like, it's Wiedering's 200th. Like, you get a lift there. It's Doc's last game. Like, his best mates. You know, like, you just put it all on the line. You can end Hawthorn's finals chances potentially with a win here. Like, just no pressure finals. Like, just free flowing footy. It could be vibes, like back into 2019 vibes.
I think I just want to briefly mention, I'm sure Jacob Wiedering is shattered about Sam Docherty retiring, as we all are. However, I'm sure there's at least 1% of him that is glad the attention will be taken off him at least some extent, because I don't think he's the type of guy that would want the milestone game being plastered everywhere. Just quietly.
Yeah, we'll cheer him off after the game, you know, like just look, I'll be honest, I don't know if we're going to win the game, but gee, they're going to give it a crack on Thursday night, and that's all we ask for.
Well, I think that's in the spirit of Doc, right? Like, Doc's career hasn't been perfect, but the one thing that he has done in all walks of life is given it a crack. So as long as they just turn up on Thursday and just nothing out there, leave nothing out there, that's all we can ask. And if they win, even better. But yeah,
they could win. Like, they could win. They could do it.
To win. I'm going to tip us to win.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've got the balls to tip us to win.
Like,
I'll get involved in the shade and fruit of all of it. Like, just absolutely get amongst it and live in the la-las, like, happily. But, like, you know.
Well, what was your reaction when you found out the news?
I was happy. I've been calling for it for a few weeks now, because it's been, for me, it's been sad to watch him play. Because it's just kind of like, I don't like watching him in this way. I don't like the sentiment that's gone towards him. And I think the perfect pressure release is just announce a retirement game. And like, because I didn't want him to go out with negative emotion. And I was feeling it, and everyone's frustrated, and we're not where we want to be. And he's not the same player that he was, which is okay. He's been a really great, contributor to the game. And the fact that he's even just playing footy is a miracle. And I felt that was getting lost in the narrative of the way that people were talking about him. And it was really sad. And I didn't feel comfortable being amongst it. So I was hoping they would do this, announce the game. Then all the energy goes into celebrating him the way he should be. Because he is a serious part of the story of this group, Yeah,
massive. And probably, I think he's a real life superhero, in my opinion. Like, he's a person forget the footballer. He's a person that you talk about when teaching lessons about resilience and about fighting through adversity, and just the ultimate characteristics that not only make a great person, but also make a great footballer. And I think, yes, the narrative around, I think that's what's upset me. And I do share your sentiment that what's upset me the most around this year, and maybe the back end of last year a little bit, is the narrative or the sentiment around him has become a little bit negative. And I think that's not a good thing. Like, that's obviously not a good thing for any player, but I think in specific this case, because he's given so much of his life to the club and has not and has really like how we all think the Carlton Football Club should what we all think the Carlton Football Club should represent and the morals and the characteristics that we think it should represent, I think are exhibited in Doc tenfold. Just like an all-round, yes, such a model citizen and what should represent Carlton in the best way, in my opinion.
Yeah, and we all had the image not long ago. He kicks the goal in round 1, 2022, and all of us are saying we're all going to cry. We just want to see him holding up the cup, and then 2-3 years later, it's here. I think it also goes to show you just can't take any moment you have in the league for granted. And Andrew Russell had his little moment on the Sack podcast talking about how they felt that 2023 the guys were fully set up to win and they didn't take their opportunity, and they didn't. So, yeah, we're not going to see that day. We've lost quite a few soldiers along the way who are not going to see grand final day and are not going to have their hand on the cup. So that's sad, but gee, it would be good to honour him, wouldn't it? I mean, we don't do this game very well in the past. Murphy's last game, Simo's last game, Andrew Walker's last game.
Daisy's last game we won, though.
Did we?
Yeah. Against St Kilda? Oh, no, that was his last home game. We lost the week after against Geelong, didn't we? Yeah,
that's right. So, I like what they've done. I rarely do I like what the club have done. Although we spoke about Ashton already with Kuda, just let him go. But this Doc stuff, it just creates the vibe again, and there's no negativity, and we celebrate a Carlton man.
Absolutely. It's more than football. His story is more than football. It transcends, not only does it transcend the club, it transcends the sport. And I think he as a person needs to be celebrated.
Yeah.
Mate, utmost.
The Doc thing, it's because of him that a lot of us shaved our heads. It transcended football. We as a community got around him.
Yeah.
A guy that most haven't even met.
Yeah. He was, I think we look back at that moment now and kind of truly understand and grasp just how massive that was.
Yeah.
And just how much we rallied around him. And obviously the goal in March that year as well. Probably one of the more emotional moments I've experienced at the football.
Yeah.
Especially in a positive sense. What's your favourite Doc memory while we're on it?
Oh.
Because there's a lot.
There's a lot.
I think because he's been around for 10 years, 11 years. And
the Australian year was fucking mighty good, man.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, he was elite. Well, he got robbed. He got robbed of his prime.
He did. So sad.
I mean, his goal against Richmond was awesome. But gee, his first goal against the Swans in the elimination final was just glad it was him.
Absolutely, and whenever obviously I've been thinking about it since it got announced, and that goal in particular, and even the Richmond goal to a certain extent, where it's you can't write this stuff. You can, if you were to write a Hollywood movie about Carlton's finals campaign, you probably start it with Doc kicking the first goal of the first final. But that's what makes it even more special, is that it is something out of a Hollywood movie. It is something that is only written in scripts for fiction, movies and novels and whatever. So I think that's what made it even more special. And I think obviously he played a big role in that entire final series because he kicked the first goal in the elimination final, played a massive role in the moment the week after. And then the week after that, I think he kicked the fourth goal out of the 5 in the first quarter of the prelim. Yeah.
Right.
And that was a special moment as well. A relatively, maybe not niche moment that I like from Doc was his game-winning mark in 2015 against Port Adelaide.
Very good.
That is just that's a moment where it's I think that was probably his first moment because that was his second year at the club. That was probably his first moment where he it stamped his flag in the ground as a Carlton player and really endeared himself to the fan base. And that's a moment that sticks in my head from his career.
Hey, another one. The semi-final against Melbourne. First half goes down. Looks like the shoulder's dislocated. That's it. That's the end of Doc. And then somehow he's back on the field and he's a part of the the greatest moment in the last 10 years.
Yeah, and it goes to show the resilience and the character of the guy.
Oh, love it.
The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, getting really emotional, proper. And I feel like Thursday will be that, especially if he gets a moment. And can I just say, I mean, we'll try not to talk about this for too long, but should he not kick a goal on Thursday, which obviously I'm sure we all hope he does, but should he not, his last goal for the club, his last goal in his career, being a chase down tackle at a clutch moment, even that symbolism is like, that is his career. Like, it wasn't something flashy. It wasn't a kick from 55 on the boundary. It wasn't a snap from 45 or whatever. It was just doing the things that needed to be done. I thought looking back at it now, he's quite special.
Very good. Very good. So that's Thursday night. You're tipping Hawthorn. I'm tipping you're tipping Carlton. I'm tipping Hawthorn. What about Friday night? Essendon and the Bombers. Essendon and the Bulldogs. Wow.
Yeah, it could get ugly, couldn't it?
This is like Bont has re-signed, vibes, Bulldogs, question marks.
Was he ever going to leave? No, was he?
No.
He wasn't. No.
Is Jack Silvani going to Collingwood?
No.
So
no. Oh, he's very funny.
Yeah, we're 31 minutes in. We're still talking about Carlton. Great.
That's what this show is, right? I'm expecting a 2.5 hour today. You got to make it for last week.
You're not getting 2.5 hours today. I'll give you the hot tip.
Well, it's all right.
I've got plans, man. I've got things to do,
Yeah, of course he does.
So what's really interesting? About 5 weeks ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, we were saying, wow, the competition all the way up until 14th, it's so even. And in the space of a month and a bit, it's just like there's only 9 teams now that can make the 8. That's it.
Yeah. And I mean, if the Suns had won on Sunday night, the Dogs in 9th would have been 2 games out. So I guess I think that kind of goes to show even more just how the good have separated from the bad very clearly. And I think there are clear storylines within the bottom. Well, if there's 9 teams, the bottom 9 that show the difference, and the quality is quite drastic. So I expect the Dogs, as they have done so far this year, to beat up on the teams below them quite convincingly, especially a depleted Essendon team.
I think Norton might kick 8.
Yeah, probably in the first half, I'd say.
Yeah. What about this game here? This is the only chance for a bit of something of a storyline. It's my Swannies against the Giants.
Against my Giants.
True, you are a Giant. These are my Swans. They'll finish strong. I don't know if they'll make it. I don't think they will because they've got to play Brisbane at the Gabba coming up. I've been doing ladder predictors for the Swans. But I do think that they will win this game, and I do think that they will ask the question of the footy public, can the Swans do it?
Well, they are still mathematically possible. They are the last team outside of the 9 that are within a mathematical chance. If they win every game from here on in, they will make it. So, and they are a team that is capable of doing it, I think. I think at their best, they are a team that is capable of going on that run. So, I mean, I think the sad is this time in 2023 at round 16, they were in the same position, 6 and 9, and they would go on to win every game bar 1 and make the finals. So they would have to do. They've obviously already won 3 games, I think, since then, or 2 games since then. So they are. Who knows? They could do it. And I think the stat that really jumped out of the screen when researching this game is the Swans have won 9 out of the last 13 games against the Giants, and the 4 losses have come by combined 6 points.
That's great research by you. So
if the Swans or if the Giants are going to win, expect it to be a really close, tense game.
Bro, the Swannies. It's all about the Swannies this week.
What's your percentage chance that they make finals right now? And if they win, what would it turn into?
20 becomes 30%, but it's all about that game at the Gabba.
Yeah,
and that's it's just a hard one. But whatever, I think they'll. Yeah, they're getting players back who have missed a lot of the season and are fresher. and the game
Yeah.
slows down as the season goes on. It's not as fast paced, and like Errol Goulden is fresh.
And we've seen what that's done to Heaney. He basically won the game off his own boot last week against North. Having someone like Heaney Goulden back in the team really frees him up to just let loose, especially forward half of centre.
Who are you tipping?
I'll stick with my boys. The GWS Giants.
All right. Then this game, the Suns and the Lions at People's First Stadium. This is on Saturday afternoon at 1:20 p.m. Told you, I think the last time we spoke, the Suns just have another, wave of question marks to get through.
Yeah, and then since then they beat the Pies up there in arguably their biggest win in their club's history.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next week they did the reverse and didn't kick a goal in the first. They kept Collingwood to goalless in the first half, and the next week they went over to Adelaide and were goalless themselves up until the first half. So the yin and yang really, really comes to the fore. I think they win this game personally.
Really?
Yeah.
So, as in last week was just like an emotional collapse because of the emotional high the week before?
I think so. And I think they come back up, and if they don't win, it will at least be close. I don't see Brisbane dominating. I can see this game being close, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Suns win.
What if the Lions win this game and the Swans win their game? Then the finals race opens up a little bit more, right?
Yeah, then it becomes something more to see. And the Lions are just sorry.
The Lions are just they're winning the flag.
They're probably. I mean, we'll touch on Collingwood later on, but considering their last fortnight, Brisbane are probably the most primed right now to go on and go all the way, especially if they get a home qualifying final. You expect them to get to the G whilst only playing 2 games at the Gabba, which will help them immensely. So I think they are the most primed right now.
Back to back. It's the back-to-back Lions.
Without Danaher. So,
yep, they were forced to evolve, and they did, and look at them now.
It helps when you have 2 generational brothers.
Yeah, that does help.
It does help, because they're freaks. Will Ashcroft's a ridiculous footballer.
Yeah.
That midfield's a joke. Genuine joke. Neil Dunklage, McCluggage, Ashcroft, Berry.
Yeah, you can't compete.
No, absolutely not. No, it's ridiculous. And I think, wait, am I correct in saying this? Yeah. So number 5 Dunkley, number 6 McCluggage, number 7 Berry, number 8 Will Ashcroft, number 9 Lockie Neal, number 10 Levi Ashcroft. That's good. I like that a lot.
Midfielders win flags.
Can't remember a team to win one without a good one. Or good couple.
So who are you tipping?
I'll tip the Suns. I think maybe a little bit more hard overhead, but why not? Fuck it. Yeah,
I'm tipping the Lions this week.
Yeah.
Just. Not confidently at all. Fremantle West Coast, a showdown. Not a showdown, a derby.
Derby.
A derby. They call it a derby.
Yeah, the derby.
Wait, who's called a derby?
What do you mean?
Has anyone... Wait, do we not have a derby in the AFL?
Not called the derby. Victoria, I think it's everyone except WA say derby, like for the A-League. Melbourne derby, but Sydney derby, but they say derby because Perth.
The derby. I mean, Fremantle. So what you've just explained about the Gold Coast Suns, is this not the same or a similar situation for Freo? Greatest win of the season, club's history, blah, 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 away from home, beat Collingwood at the MCG, emotional high. Is this a letdown spot or a Freo more experienced than the Suns?
Freo are more experienced than the Suns. I also think the West Coast are just that bad.
Fair.
I just think I don't. Yeah, I didn't watch their game on Saturday night, obviously, but from the rhetoric that's been floating around, people were saying that third quarter was genuinely a disgrace. Like that's been the rhetoric coming out of the West Coast supporter base online, is that third quarter was disgusting.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I'll also tip Fremantle.
Can I just quickly touch on West Coast briefly?
Yeah.
How bad are they? Like, how deep of a hole are they in? Is this like a thing where it's like just give them 1 or 2 more years, like get Hewitt up to speed, get Harley up to speed, and all this stuff, and they'll be fine? Or is there are they in like serious shit?
If Harley leaves, maybe they are. I don't know.
Well, comparing it to us, 2018 we won 2 games, and then 2 years later we were fine. Like we weren't great, but like in 2020 we were like a competent kind of football team. In 2021 we were competent at least, right? I don't see them like they could potentially win 2 games this year. They've obviously only won 1 up until this point. I don't see them in 2 years' time being a competent football team. There's no signs for me to see that.
Why?
Well, I mean, when you look at their old players, Kelly, Yo, McGovern's retired, so all these guys, Barras, left. So like all like the pillars over the last couple of years, the old experienced guys that have carried the load aren't performing to that level, and their kids aren't. Apart from Reed, they're not really showing it, and they're not really showing the ability to build a spine. So unless they're able to swindle their way into a couple of draft hauls with early picks akin to what Richmond did last year, I don't see them in a couple of years being anything much better than what they are right now, especially if Harley goes and they aren't able to get 3 first-round picks for him.
I think I have a bit more belief in West Coast as a club.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, fair. That's probably the only defense that I'll be willing to accept.
Yeah,
because I don't see it from their list.
Yeah. Let's move along because on Saturday night, the North Melbourne Footy Club will play against the Cats at Marvel. Wow, these games really just go downhill after Friday.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, big time.
Have North progressed this year? Yeah, ish.
I think they have as well, and
Ish.
I think they have.
Yeah,
I think that because I mean, like I mentioned with the West Coast rhetoric, the North rhetoric as well over the last couple of weeks has been one of disappointment, and like they got smacked by Hawthorn in Tassie. They lost convincingly to the Dogs, even though they were within that game up till 3/4 time. Lost to Melbourne at the G, and then lost last week to Sydney. But their 2 months previous to that, I thought were quite good, and I think for the most part they've played a much better brand of football, and there is a clear sign to the future. So I would say, I think I'm a little bit more optimistic on North than what I think a lot of their supporters are, which is quite strange.
Yeah, they used to be your boys. Of course you are.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, of course you have to go there.
Can they beat Geelong?
Probably not. Probably not.
They are the team that I think is in that perfect spot, like what Adelaide were before last year. Remember they went on that run, the back end of the year.
23.
23. Who else was it last? Who was last year's team like that?
Hawthorn.
I think North can finish strong and really build hype for next year.
Well, their remaining games, Geelong, and then St Kilda at Marvel.
Yep.
Giants in Canberra.
Mm-hmm.
Richmond in Tassie, and then and then Adelaide at Marvel.
I think they can win 3 of them.
Interesting. So you see them beating one of Adelaide or the Giants?
Yep.
And the Cats. No.
Yep.
That's half of it. Yeah.
Yep. But I will be tipping Geelong.
Yeah, I just don't see Geelong being a team that gets upsetted often.
The showdown. Sorry, I'm laughing because I've accidentally scrolled down. I'll get there in a minute. Adelaide, Port Adelaide.
Adelaide, Port Adelaide.
The derby.
No, the showdown.
Oh, the showdown. Yeah.
Close. Yeah, the showdown. I think this could get ugly. Not gonna lie.
Is this Ken's like farewell game? This is
Oh,
Ken's journey.
farewell showdown. Yeah, true. So they might rock up for him.
One thing Port always have done is show up for Ken.
True. For the most part, they have done that. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, they get themselves in a hole, and then it's, then the claws come for Ken. And they play for Ken.
Yeah.
So I do think they'll make
points in a row against Hawthorn early in the year.
Yep. So I think the Crows are the real deal as well. I think they'll win this game, but I think the Power will take it to them.
Interesting. Yeah, that I can definitely see that happening. I just think the Crows are scary. I think, you don't want to come up against them in finals, even though the lack of finals experience amongst that group might weigh on them a little bit. They're scary, man. They're so scary.
Do you take confidence from what Adelaide have done with their year from hell last year into Carlton?
Yeah, absolutely.
Same.
Absolutely.
Basically, what I'm saying is we could be top 2 next year.
I mean, yeah. Not to go back on Carlton, but
hey, this is the biased footy show.
Exactly. We know, I don't know. Yeah, Collingwood finished 17th and they made a prelim the next year. Granted, they sacked their coach to do that, but the list remained relatively the same. So it goes to show that only a couple of things need to change. It doesn't necessarily have to be the senior coach, because Dimmer finished bottom 4 and then won a grand final, and they made list changes. Collingwood in 21 to 22 made a coaching change. Adelaide, I'm assuming they would have made some sort of changes in their back room, and that's propelled them. So sometimes it's only minor tweaks that can change the fortunes of a football club and just shifting things in the right area. So I have total faith that next year Carlton will be a far better team than what we are this year. Far better.
Yeah.
Especially because we've shown that we can do it before. If we were unproven and we were if this was 2021, I wouldn't have the same level of confidence. But because 12 months ago we were in the top 4, the core of this list and the core of the football club, for the most part, has the ability to get to a certain position. So all they need to do is change the right things, and then we can get back there and hopefully kick on. I don't know if I'm too optimistic, but that's what I think.
I like it. I'll tip Adelaide Crows.
I will. Do you want to talk about Ken or no? Because this obviously their loss on the weekend basically all but confirmed his season will end without a finals campaign, and maybe his coaching career will end without getting all the way.
Listen, I know that we're in this for flags, and ultimately that's what it's all about. But I remember very clearly 2012, mate, they had tarps over the seats for Port Adelaide games. I remember it clearly. Place was a basket case, and he literally has given them a decade of relevance. 2014 was their best. I remember that final so clearly. Do you?
Against Hawthorn.
Hawthorn. Even just Port Adelaide in general, the run that they had that year, very similar to Carlton 2023 in some respects. Obviously different. They're all different. Yeah. But I just think, mate, he gave them the best opportunity. You got to make top 4. They made constant top 4s. They just couldn't get there.
Yeah, interesting. I feel like a lot of Port Adelaide supporters would disagree.
Would you take 10 years of top 4?
It's a means to what end, though?
Well, no one's guaranteed a flag.
No, and I do agree. You have to put yourself in the best position to win a flag. They made 2 home preliminary finals. That's the best position you can put yourself in.
Yep.
They happen to lose both.
They happen to lose both. So yeah, it comes on to Ken a little bit, and that's why it's the perfect time to move on.
Yeah, I'd say maybe it's a year or two too late, not in my opinion.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah. But I think overall, once he's gone, once the time passes, he'll be remembered more in a positive light than a negative.
I think he'll be slightly dependent on the success of Josh Carr. if Josh Carr can take this list and win them a flag within 3 years, then I think a lot of player supporters look back and be like, can essentially build the foundations of this sort of thing. But if Josh Carr has to crash and burn, then it'd be a different conversation.
Fair. What about Collingwood and Richmond, MCG Sunday? Ugh.
Yeah, very. Ugh. What did you make of the Pies versus Freo on Sunday afternoon? I thought it was a cracking game.
Yeah, great game. I thought Collingwood's arrogance started to show a bit.
Interesting. How so?
Yeah, just Craig McRae and like Darcy Moore, like just a little bit of. It's a watch this space. I don't think they'll lose to Richmond, and maybe they're just supremely confident in what they're doing, and fair enough. But maybe I'm also looking for a reason to believe that they're going to fall. But I just saw a bit of. I haven't seen Craig McRae speak with such arrogance, like just a little cheeky, smart arsey dig at Freo. Like, just watch this space.
Yeah, interesting. I do understand what you're saying. I do get it. I thought they very un-Collingwood game. And what I mean by that is normally Collingwood don't dominate the majority of the game, but they are just ruthlessly efficient going forward. And they almost drown teams with their efficiency. Like Carlton will have 10 inside 50s, kick 1 goal 1, and Collingwood have 3 inside 50s, kick 3 goals, and then all of a sudden the scoreboard's flipped on its head.
Yeah.
Whereas I think at halftime, I'll bring up the full-time stats, but I know at halftime Collingwood had 30 more inside 50s than Freo, and the margin was still well and truly within reach. And they ended the game on I think something like plus 20 odd, I think, inside 50s. So that's something that Collingwood don't lose like that, if that makes sense. Yeah, they had plus 23 inside 50s. So yeah, I would say a little bit of a watch this space, although their pressure, 35 tackles inside 50 for Collingwood. That is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. Look, Bobby Hill's got to come back into the team. They've been experimenting a little bit. Ned Long, Tom Mitchell together, not together. Defense, I mean, Darcy Moore, it's no secret. Like, if he's forced to play one-on-one and you'd move him around on the lead, you can maybe do a little something there. Patrick Voss was incredible.
Kicked beautifully as well.
Yeah, so a lot went right for Freo and a lot has gone wrong for Collingwood, but I still believe in them. I think they'll actually, this is how I see it playing out. They will beat Brisbane when they play Brisbane at the G soon. Then they will beat them again, first qualifying final, and then they will meet in the granny and the Lions will beat them.
Interesting. Well, that's really profound, I guess, in a way.
Yep. You're tipping Collingwood against the Tigers?
No, will be. I'm actually going to this game, so wish me luck.
Why are you going?
Going with some mates, day out. Hopefully,
who's your mates?
Mates from uni.
Oh,
do you want to come?
I mean, I was waiting for the invite, didn't get one, so I made plans.
Well, I was seeing general admission, not posh enough for you.
Oh, okay. No, I won't be coming then.
We're not MCC behind glass. Okay,
hey, I'm not MCC behind glass. I'm level 2 on the wing. There's a difference.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I'm not a behind the glass kind of guy, and I won't be called as such. Take it back.
No, you know what?
No, because you're lying. You're falsifying my character.
Am I defaming you? Am I?
You are defaming me. Yep.
Okay. Sue me then.
I will.
Okay, great.
I won't be on the show next week.
I'll see you in court, buddy. I did your 12 legal studies. You're on.
No, you won't see me in court. We've got to go through VCAT first.
I have a dog.
Huh?
Just laugh at the joke, man.
What?
VCAT? VCAT.
Oh, yeah.
say, look at this. We missed 1 week and we've lost our.
Yeah, but like you tried to be smart, and then you were being smart, and then you tried to be funny, and then you just like, this is you. Take a pick.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway, St Kilda Melbourne. I laughed earlier because your notes for this game were just LOL.
Yeah.
Saints will win this game.
Great. Got on. Love it for them. I won't be tipping them, but yeah.
Oh, you tipping Melbourne?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not confident in tipping anyone, especially the Saints. But
what do you have like anything that could potentially be exciting about this game?
The Viking?
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wanganeen Millera has now made me realize what the next prototype player is going to be. It's the long strided midfielder. Bailey Smith, Max Holmes, Naziah Wanganeen Millera. The one that can meters gained, hit targets, run like an ox.
Interesting.
Yep. Run and carry. Run and carry football is back.
That's good. We're good at that. So that's handy.
Yeah.
I need you to tell me that contested pressure. That's what's in now.
Well, you know what's going to happen in finals football?
Get scrappy.
It's going to become contest and pressure.
Exactly. That's why our finals record is sublime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, wow, we really sped through that after taking way too long to start.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's why I was like, when you were like, "Oh, we've taken half an hour, and we're still talking about Carlton," I was like, "Yeah, that's normally how the show goes."
Yeah, I was flat, and then now I'm kind of excited because I think that the boys will lift.
Yeah, interesting. So are you going into the back half the final 5 games of this year? The external news, so like Doc Wiedering, milestone and retirement aside, are you going to the games with a sense of like just get it over and done with sort of thing?
I was against the D's, and then I realized how miserable I was at the football, and I kind of checked myself a bit, and I was like, mate, fucking get over it. Like, you know, sometimes you just got to look. I mean, I don't think you know because I don't think you do this, but you know, sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and reflect.
I look at myself in the mirror often, don't
I don't think you do.
I
do. No, and I just kind of reflected. I was like, mate, just stop sitting around like moping about it. Like you got to find. I think for me, I had to find something, and yeah, we get a head start on next year, and it's just letting go. It's hard to let go.
It is, and I think I have let go. And how I'm looking at it is, I think I have found, or I don't know, personally speaking, I've found closure within the season, and how I found that is, regardless of what happens in the next 5 weeks, change will happen. We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
We could lose the remaining games by 100 points, win them by 100 points, draw them all. It won't matter a single bit. Change will happen. And change has probably already happened, kind of conceptually. It just hasn't been executed yet. So the fact that now that I know that, I go to games and I'm like, yes, our ball movement isn't great. Yes, our defensive transition probably isn't brilliant. Our kicking, especially inside 50, is pox at times, most of the time. I know that. I'm not going to get disappointed and angry and frustrated by that. I'm going to look at the positives because that's what brings me joy. So Ashton kicking 4, Carl having a good game, Cowan playing great. Wiedering was immense on Saturday night, immense. Charlie stepping up in that moment after the month and a half he's had. These moments is what I think can. I don't want to sit on a high horse, but I think if that can be cultivated and the positives from this back into the season can be cultivated and can be kind of reverberated and enthused more by a large subsection of the fans, then I think that gives us the best possible hope heading into next season for improvement, I think.
Yeah, and I do believe that once the season ends and the changes that need to be made are made, I think a lot of the why and how did it all happen will become a bit more clearer.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe not every answer, but I do believe that by the time we get to February 2026, we will say, of course, that fell apart. This and this and this and this and this and this were going on.
Yeah,
So-
it obviously all becomes clearer after the piece.
Always,
After that.
when Brad Lloyd's doing his interview on Sacked this time next year, and yeah,
I didn't listen to Andrew Russell's. I refuse.
why?
Well, I've heard the audio is horrendous, and the
The
mixing.
audio is disgusting. The YouTube video is better.
Okay, great. I don't know. I'm not interested. I think it's called Sacked for a reason.
Look, don't get me wrong. I didn't listen to it and think, wow, he really, no, because anyone in that situation is giving their version of the truth. The club will have their version of the truth, and the actual truth will remain somewhere in between there.
As always is.
As always is. But I do think there were certain things that just keep coming up from disgruntled Carlton employees, and that is always around the external influence. Always. And
yeah.
So whatever. It is what it is. He's no longer at the club. Now that he is gone, do you think the strength and conditioning is so much better?
Wasn't he? I'll answer your question with a question. Wasn't his role also in regards to high performance?
Yeah, but ultimately the injuries is the reason why we had enough.
Yeah. So the injuries, I would say, for the most part, have been better. I would say. However, I would say the fact that we have won the equal last amount of third quarters in the competition says something, I think, about
what is that about, man? Because
it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I'm really passionate about this. We have won 3 third quarters this year. Our last third quarter that we won was against Geelong in round 6. It's like, it's not a thing where it's like, oh, we just like whatever. It's a trend, and it's predictable, and it's obvious. Like, it's not like we're losing third quarters by like 1 or 2 points and we just get unlucky. But we kicked 4 goals in a row within the first 5 minutes, and we all knew it was going to happen. There was 40,000 people there, 39,995 knew exactly what was going to happen. So I'm like, I've got no idea what's happening at halftime, whether or not they're coming out cold or whether or not the message isn't clear or whatever. But that, like, surely the club knows it, right? They have to.
Surely.
Surely, like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll quickly check what our last quarter record is, because I think that would also tell a lot. But I think point still remains. If you kind of look at it from a perspective of, you start the game really well, and then it's like, yeah, you start the game well, and then regardless of what happens, always in the third quarter for the best part of 13 rounds, that it just falls apart. So like,
it's got to be in the preparation in the off season, doesn't it? It has to be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It would. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It would, absolutely.
It has to be. It would have to be in the preparation in the off season, and the extras and the 1%ers that get done once the season begins. And do you have that drink? Do you eat that thing? Do you go to bed at that time? Like the little things.
They're not having enough lollies at halftime. They're not having enough snakes.
No, they're having too many snakes and lollies and drinks.
And they're crashing.
Potentially.
Maybe get oranges back.
True.
Oranges. And
do you prefer lollies or fruit when you're playing footy?
Bold of you to assume I play footy.
Good sport.
I was always an orange kind of guy. Just a little bit more like hydration, I think.
Yeah, you would be.
Why?
Something else happened while we had our little break last week.
What?
I had my 10-year reunion of my 2015 premiership.
How was?
Yeah, it was good. We actually watched the game, and I haven't watched the game since the game. And I forgot that I went all right in the first quarter. Yeah, I went all right. Kicked goal. I remember my goal. I forgot the second shot on goal that I had, but it was from 50, tough angle. And then I was awarded a free kick. I put my hands out in front, got the chopping free kick, but one of my teammates gave away Gave away a free kick for abuse to the umpire. I would have slotted that one. So could have had 2 in the first quarter.
2 points to the scoreboard.
I can't remember what he did. And then I actually laid a fucking chase down tackle in the goal square. Yeah, full forward. I forgot about it. And my teammate missed the goal from directly in front, hit the post. So that was a shame, but I could have set one up there. So it felt good to know that I'd contributed more than what I thought I did.
Great. Love that. Was that not a sesh?
No, not a sesh. No. Went down to Thomastown Footy Club, midday, watched the twos, watched the ones, watched the replay. It was great.
Is that the last premiership win of the club?
No, so they actually went back to back. I didn't play in the following year. Yeah, so good times, mate. I realized you have to win a flag. You just have to. You have to win a flag because it's the reunions, the 10-year one that you just have to win a flag. You got to do it.
Interesting.
But not everyone can.
No, it's very hard to win a flag. We have won 8 last quarters this year and lost 10. So I don't think that says anything, to be honest. But yeah, you do have to win a flag. Very hard to win a flag. There are some fantastic footballers that haven't won flags and will end their career without winning flags. I mean, Sam Docherty is one of them. So
Sam Docherty is definitely one of them. Yep.
Very unfortunate. Would you like to see when Carlton win the flag next year? Because if it's not going to happen if you don't put it out in the universe, would you like to see Sam Docherty lift up the cup alongside Cripps and Voss?
Next year?
Yeah, or like at least give the cup over. You know how they have like the person that gives the cup over?
But Sam Docherty's not going to be there.
Yeah, but you know how they have the ex-player that gives the cup to the...
What a great question.
Thanks. I thought you had plans.
It's not Murph, is it?
Probably not, mate. Probably not. Love you. I knew it was his birthday recently. So happy birthday, but probably not.
It was his birthday. It's not Bolts.
I thought we said Moldhouse. I was like, what?
No, it's not Bolts, is it?
No. Especially when he's coaching another club right now.
Fair. It's not Juddy.
No, he's had his flag.
It probably is Doc. Yeah.
What about from the last premiership team? So like a Sticks.
Well, that's where my mind went straight away. And knowing Carlton, it probably would be Sticks.
Yeah, well, if it's anyone from that team, it would be the captain.
Yeah. Sticks gives it to Cripps. Here's one. No, it won't happen. Steve Silvani.
Yeah, no worries.
I will maintain something here.
While Jack's playing for Collingwood.
I will maintain something here. This is my belief. In order for this club to heal and move forward, part of that process means the reconciliation of Steve Silvani and the Carlton Football Club.
So is he shitty because we sacked him? Is that the...
Everyone's shitty at everyone. He's shitty at the club's shitty at him. Everyone's fucking ego's getting in the way. It's Carlton. It's like everyone needs to humble themselves and shut the fuck up. Get over it. Sorry. I feel very passionately about this.
That's fair. No, mate, I feel passionate about anything. Yeah. I mean, it's a shame that there's a black mark over.
Yeah, man. Like the club's given him so much. He's given the club so much. The club did wrong by him. He did wrong by like. Both sides are right in certain things. Both sides are wrong in certain things. Like it's life.
Yeah, it's a shame.
You know,
especially because for the most part we have a pretty good. We have a pretty good connection with former players for the most part.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, Cody Walker is an example of that coming
Oh.
to fruition.
I think I'm immediately more excited about Harry Dean.
I've not seen either of them play a minute of football. I'm not going to comment.
Bro, I was the same. On the Blue Abroad show Monday night, I watched the 4-minute-ish video of Harry Dean's latest game. Go watch it on Footy Stuff after we finish recording. Mate, he's like Nick Haynes. Like,
Is he a float off intercept?
just intercept, but he's got a beautiful left kick. There's a few passages of play where he kicks the ball into the opposition player, and that's what I love about that Footy Stuff YouTube channel with the highlights. It shows the good and the bad, but you just watch him play. You see him hit targets with the left foot. He takes the game on, corridor kick, intercept mark, like just, yeah, competitor. And I don't like to overhype kids. I really don't. I don't like to do it anymore, but I really liked what I saw from his attributes.
Interesting. So obviously he'll be on the list next year. All things going well.
Yeah. Father son. Cody Walker's a year after. Cody Walker. I'm excited by Cody Walker, but until we are playing a quick ball movement type game, he will not fit into the way that we play right now.
He'll be on the list in 2 years, and he probably won't play his first senior game till maybe the year after, potentially. If who knows what?
I think he'll be that good to play early.
Who knows? I mean, he's still got an entire draft year.
Listen, man, it's all about Jagger. We're all forgetting. It's all about Jagger Smith.
Yeah, I know.
Like, we're talking Blake Griffin stats, Christian Petrarca. Like, it's the characteristic of having to sit out your first year. You make sure every single thing is ticked off perfectly. He ain't having a drop of alcohol. He's just nailing everything right now.
He obviously through absolutely no fault of his own, but it almost was like that was like the first domino of. Was that before or after dick pic? Before, after.
It all starts with a dick pic.
Yeah. Okay. So I said the second domino to fall.
I think it was the third. I think it was dick pic, Nick Newman, Jagger Smith.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Fair.
But I think the composition of the list will look vastly different come round one next year, which I think is extremely exciting.
Yeah. I think everyone from the footy club should hand in their phones last day of the season, and they don't get them back until February.
Like told off at school.
Yeah.
Phones in the bucket.
Yep.
Did you ever get? Did you have phones when you were at school?
Weren't allowed to have them. So I'll tell you a funny story. I was in year, I think I would have been year 10 or 11, or maybe 12. I had earned my rep as the good boy by this point. I was wearing the blade. Yeah, no, but I wasn't. I was cheeky up until year 9, year 10. Then I turned it on. I think I might have been, whatever it was, I had the blazer. I had 3 people's phones in my inside pocket. And the teacher was coming around looking for people's phones and came to me, and I sort of like tried to pretend to show that like I had no phone, and like teacher fell for it. But it was more like, I think my reputation at that point helped me. And I ended up saving 3 people from having their phones confiscated.
Who were those 3 people? Just friends?
They were just friends.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you were just doing it because you're a good bloke. Good date.
I was a good bloke. Yeah, I was a good bloke.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just getting brownie points. But yeah, no, weren't allowed to have phones, but I did have a phone in high school.
Oh, you mad dog. Yeah, crazy.
I didn't really use it, but like we weren't using, like I wasn't using it for social media when I was in high school. That came
like Flappy Bird. That was way after your time.
Nah, man, no. It was like Snake, but like how many times? Like I'm not really trying to play Snake while I'm in class. Like it's not that much more appealing than, you know.
Really, I love Snake.
Yeah, but Snake was more so like when you left the class.
Oh, was it? Sorry.
Anyway, the point is the way that we were using phones when I was in high school was so like we were just beginning. It was the beginning. It was honestly the beginning. So there wasn't as much social media when I was in high school.
So were you not allowed them on the premises or just in the classroom? Or if they were on the premises, had to be turned off? And
I think you weren't allowed to have them. Period.
Yeah, stiff. I think the year after I graduated, our school implemented all phones had to be turned off for anyone under year 11, and then year 12s could use them at recess and lunch. I think that was the rule.
Sorry, we were allowed to have them at school. We weren't allowed to bring them to class. That was the way it was. That's the way it went down. I'm glad I didn't live. I think I lived in the perfect era. Like, can't imagine what it'd be like going through high school right now with Snapchat and your friends, and find like everyone's got their location on, and you know where everyone is, and if you don't get invited, like, just all of it. Yeah, happy to have lived in the era that I did.
Happy to live in ignorance, in a sense.
No, it's not ignorance.
Oh, without knowing any better. Like now
Yeah,
you
what do you
know.
mean?
Now
Like,
you know.
it can't be ignorance. I just, yeah. Like,
retrospective ignorance, maybe. If that makes any sense. You know what I mean, though. Like even now that you know what is the present, you're still happy to live in the past without knowing that. That makes sense.
Kind of. Like the iPod was pumping.
What a device!
Oh, with the wheel.
Yeah.
With the wheel. Oh, mate.
What a device!
I used to get to school. I would have been year 10, and then or year 11. There was a year 12 guy that used to have the iPod, and I used to sit and just like play songs in the morning and just like one after the other and just be totally hooked by it, and just sat there listening to music. Yeah.
What songs?
A lot of R&B, Boys II Men. Yeah. Slow jams was my jam, year 12.
Yeah, fair. Nice.
You?
Right now?
Or back then and now?
Back then.
I feel like you look the same as what you did in year 12.
Oh, well, it's documented, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah, it is actually.
Pretty much.
Oh, man.
Year 12. What was year 12? Year like 10 to 12 was like UK rap. Not hard drill. Like in between like rap and R&B, but UK. So like Dave and
Skepta? No.
Yeah, a little bit of Skepta. Yeah, a little bit of Skepta. Dave, these guys. And then nowadays it's more just anything really. I booked Law's Capaldi tickets, which is great. Happy days.
Right.
Yeah, and Burna Boy as well. So really two ends of the spectrum.
If you send me the location, I'll be right there.
Yeah, nailed it. Yeah, famous Jamaican rapper Dave. Yeah, good.
It's great. There's one coming up in October. It's Burna Boy.
That's what I just said. I've got tickets to that. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah. Sorry, I was not paying attention. Don't know if I love him that much to pay that much for a ticket.
I'll be there. It's a cinema.
I couldn't think of anything worse than going out with you to party.
You went to my 21st and you loved and you enjoyed your time.
I enjoyed my time, but like I didn't, boogie a little bit.
You did. Sure you
did. Oh, yeah, ish.
You give off this like perception that like you're like this. You're almost obligated to talk to me, but like I actually understand. That
is such fucking rubbish. I came to your 21st and I brought you to the footy. That's bullshit.
Okay, brought me to a Carlton game in which I would have gone to anyway. I'll accept the Essendon Hawthorn game earlier this year. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
I'll accept that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. And how grateful have I been? How often have I expressed my gratitude?
An hour plus a week of my time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. Sure.
I like doing the show with your Ari, mate. Fuck.
Thanks. Appreciate it, heaps.
It's great.
What are your thoughts on the Legends game? Are you gonna get an invite?
Get an invite, like to play?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, imagine.
I'm not that. I don't think I'm in that bubble.
Yeah, Probably not.
No, I'm happy to be. I'm happy to be where I like this side. You know,
Yeah,
like
no, that's fine. Yeah.
the lone warrior, the lone wolf, sitting in my own little lane. Like I'm happy to be. Yeah,
Fair. But what are your
yeah,
thoughts on it otherwise?
yeah. I think it'll be cool. I like the lineup. Have they announced the full teams?
No, Fav got announced today.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Daniel Gorringe
Gary
got
Ablett.
announced. Gosler
Yeah,
got announced.
yeah. No, I'm all about it. I like it.
Yeah. Why haven't you gone Gosler on the show? Talk about Carlton. Not this
Why
show,
don't
just on the channel.
I think all in good time.
Yeah, interesting. I feel like that'd be a nice collab.
Yeah, I think all in good time. I think it's not out of the realms of possibility. Yeah, I just haven't felt the time is right.
Probably an off-season thing, maybe.
And not that, like, if I asked him, he would definitely say yes. He might not want to, but I don't know. I also don't know if our styles fully resonate. Like, I'm a bit serious when it comes to a conversation, and he's obviously bringing the funny side of things, and like, I'm not funny.
Firstly, you are funny.
I don't know if I'm funny.
Okay, all you need to do is just say thank you, but that's fine.
Okay.
And secondly, it's an interview. Just have a chat, talk about Carlton. I don't think it needs to be inherently be like funny.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe. I mean, the world, anything can happen in the world, so maybe all in good time. Dan Gorringe and I sit down and have a chat.
I'd watch if that's any consolation.
Yeah. I think the last big interview was Eddie. Like, I mean, the president's pretty big. But that's kind of like, that's the levels now, you know?
Yeah, true. You're only getting the president of the Carlton Football Club on the channel. You're right.
Yeah, that's.
And
I want to talk about the club. I want to talk about the solutions to the club. I don't want to talk fluff. I do enough of that with you.
There's room. Okay, thanks. There's room for both. Exhibit A.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather.
Okay, I can tell you this right now. In terms of minute for minute content that you do on the channel, you smile the most during the show. Fact. Absolute fact.
Pound for pound?
Yeah. Minute for minute, you smile the most during the show. I'd say this and when you guys talk shit on Footy Abroad is probably the other one.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You saying I'm miserable?
Well, the club is making
No, you know what? When Carlton win the grin, you can't get it off my face.
Were you smiling a full time on Saturday?
I was. I actually belted out the song.
Nice. I was smiling ear to ear. I was really happy.
Yeah. I just want to belt that song out for a Carlton upset. Like, I want a classic. Okay, when's the last classic Carlton win?
Opening round last year?
Yes, agreed. I mean, Geelong was obviously very good.
That's not classic Carlton, though, because we never do that.
True. Underdog Carlton win.
Yeah, probably opening round last year. And then before that, Richmond 2022, round one.
Was the Collingwood win in 23 a classic vintage Carlton win?
Maybe Port Adelaide, but they rested heaps of their players.
What a time, bro. Oh, Freo, Hawthorn, Gold Coast, Port Adelaide, Collingwood, St Kilda.
Did you say Melbourne?
The D's. Fuck. What a pick up, man. Like, the whole run was just 10 weeks. That was it. That was the peak of the whole rebuild.
But what a 10 weeks.
I know. But, like, why can't we have, like, a 3-year patch?
We've had one bad year. Do you relax?
It's not one bad year. This is a bad year.
It is, but just because, like, one bad year doesn't mean that we're going to be shit for the next 5.
I guess what I'm saying is, if next year is great and we overachieve and get back into the finals and rejuvenate the list, and it just means we have to eat some shit for this year, then okay, fine, I'll wear it. But, whatever.
What's more likely to happen next season? Carlton finishing in or out of the finals?
You can't ask me that. You know what I'm going to be like with such questions. I'm always going to lean to the positive.
Follow your heart, mate.
Yeah, mate. Get the preseason. If this, but this. If new player, this Jagger Smith, that. Like if like all of this.
I think Carlton will make finals next year. Just put that on the record.
I think we'll play off in the prelim next year.
Great. I said this to you in the game against Brisbane, and you turned around and laughed at me.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you did. You did. Yeah, you did. Word for word.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have things to do. I've got to go.
Sauna, ice bath.
No, I'm going to make a video, a quick one on Sam Docherty. Any suggestions on how to position the video?
I don't know. I don't know. I struggled to not get emotional when talking about him or thinking about him, even early on in the show. So I guess you're probably better at trying to find a position to talk about it.
Yeah, it's sprung up. I want to do a video on it, but also the news is already broken, so it's already done. I'll think about it.
Maybe I don't know. I think just talking about him, what he means.
I think I'll sleep on it. That's what I'll do.
I think that's actually the best thing you can do. Yeah, I think that's one of the better things you can do.
Sleep on it. Let your creativity flow. Get to the morning and, yalla, go from there. Today's about Wiedering. Tomorrow can be about Doc.
Because it's highly emotional.
It's the last real game. I would love to beat Hawthorn. I don't care too much about beating Gold Coast or beating Freo. I want to beat Hawthorn because fuck Hawthorn a little bit. Just a little bit,
It would be the funniest win of them all. I think, I do tend to agree with what you said.
It's just a little bit. It's just a little bit in there,
Yeah. No, look, and the meltdown from the Hawthorn supporters, I think, would be the funniest out of the meltdown of any other supporter.
$1.20 favourite, Carlton 450, whatever it is. Just the kids.
Have we closed since the news of Doc? Do you reckon? I'll check. Well, we'll be 450. We're now 475, so probably not.
Whatever. We're not beating Hawthorn.
We are. We're winning. We're winning. Okay. We're 65 points down halfway through the last quarter. Do you put Doc in the goal square and just get him a goal?
Maybe. I'd just be stuck. It'd be shocking to beat them.
This is the essence of the club.
Bear.
This is the essence of the club. I think we win by 15 points.
I will fucking heave.
Do you reckon it'll be like a sellout because of Doc?
No.
Okay.
Maybe. Crowd prediction. Okay, how about that? Crowd prediction.
We got 68 or whatever, 60,000 last time we played them in round 2 on a Thursday night. 71,000.
71,000 people you think will show up on Thursday night?
Yeah, Hawthorn's still plenty to play for. Big game for them. And with this news of Doc, I think 71,000.
All right, I'll say 63.
Okay, I can say that. Yep. So more than last time still.
I guess.
Interesting.
Anyway, mate, an hour and a half, mate. We're pushing boundaries here. Fuck.
Well, I'm so honoured to have stolen an hour and a half of your day.
Well, you didn't steal anything, mate. I make choices in life and I choose to spend my time with the people that I want to spend time with.
Well, that's the biggest compliment you could ever pay me.
You're
I'm being
welcome. Well, yeah.
sincere.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Go Blues, everyone.
Go Blues.